live stream and stuff.
You. So there's two amendments.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be,
Yeah.
now we are there.
Thank you.
So good evening. And as a reminder, we are live streaming again tonight, as we always have been for several months now. So we'll call the meeting to order. Item number 1, moved by Councillor Dunnell, seconded by Councillor Plummer. Resolved that the special meeting commence at the hour of 6:31 p.m. All in favor? Opposed? None carried. Item number 2, disclosure of pecuniary interest. There is none. Item number 3, approval of agenda. Councillors and the audience, please note that there was a omission on the original agenda that we circulated. And the reason for that is usually there's a need to be 3 separate components to this meeting, and we only had one. And we need to have 3 different resolutions. Therefore, we have to have those 3 components, so it had to be amended for that reason. And I hope that everyone is in agreement to approve the agenda as amended. So, any questions on that? Moved by Councillor Plummer, seconded by Councillor Dunnell, to resolve that the agenda be approved as amended. All in favor? Opposed? None carried. Item number 4, delegation and presentation. There's none. And we move on to item number 5. So, item number 501, moved by Councillor Plummer, seconded by Councillor Dunnell, resolved that the 2017 annual report of the Board of Directors outlining the activities of the Manitowoc Housing Corporation and their future goals be approved as accepted. Would you like to speak on that, Madam Chair, or pass it on to the manager? Or is there any questions from council?
Yes.
So go ahead, please.
I guess I'll be addressing them to you.
Please.
Through the chair, in the report, there seems to be a correlation of a decrease in our vacancy rate here in Manitowoc, but there also seems to be an increase in Thunder Bay, almost proportional. My question is there any kind of correlation of people coming from Thunder Bay and residing in Manitowoc, or is this just a freak of nature?
Well, I don't know if that's a fair question for the board, and I would suggest, unless you would like to comment on that, I would suggest that one really doesn't relate to the other. It depends on where people reside, so I can't see. You agree with that?
Nothing.
Okay. Okay.
Not according to the stats here, but not according to the stats, but like I said, I'm just wondering if there was a correlation. I do have a couple more items I wish to talk about, unless
Yep.
another member would like to speak first.
No, go ahead.
I see in the audit found where the expenses are on page 5 for materials and services, it is increased almost 40%, 39.6%. Is there an explanation for that? You'll find it on page 5 in the category of expenses. It would be the fifth line down. As compared to the year before, there is an increase just slightly below 40%. That's correct.
I would have to look into it and see what that all covers.
Okay, thank you.
And I think in all fairness, Councillor, the manager already answers to her board on expenditures like that, and I'm certain that board has approved that already. So I certainly wouldn't mind if you had some type of an answer without going into details. I would appreciate that as well, I think. But it is approved by their board already. So.
Through the chair, would that be an increase in installing windows or doors, furniture? Or is that exactly? Okay.
No. That's capital.
Operating, but if you look down below, we still had a surplus of $25,000, which is half. We took back $25,000 and it's still a $30,000 surplus. So even though we might have went over by about $8,000 in that line item compared to 2016, if you see down below, we still have an excess of revenue over expenditures in the year for 2017 of $25,000 compared to 2016 down below.
Yes.
We don't spend as much as that. They call that.
Thank you. Other question, please?
Yes. My third question deals with hot water tank rentals. I imagine your tenants are in agreement with Hydro One. Has the board ever thought of the idea of installing their own tanks and put a rental fee onto that and try to collect additional revenues out of it? Because according to what the value of a hot water tank is and the life of the hot water tank that you get out of it, you can get at least threefold for the price. How many units you have? 46 units? That's quite a few dollars within a 10-year period. You're actually having a chance of earning a potential of over $20,000.
But right now, the tenants in the rental
Yes, I agree, but those are money. That's money leaving Manitowoc. If we're to have our own tanks in there, those tenants will be paying for those rental fees to us, and we'll be able to capture some costs.
So,
We're a nonprofit.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to be making
Well, you've got $25,000 kicking.
so council, I think, again, in all fairness, we'll leave that with, now that they're aware, we'll leave that with the manager and the board, and if the manager feels that it has to be brought back to her board, I guess that's up to either her or the board to do that. But it is a point to talk about, of course, yes.
Okay, one final point, and this is a positive one. I'm glad to be able to speak about it, and it's the tenant involvement with regards to painting and stuff. I went through the costs on there. I definitely could see a substantial benefit out of that, and I would fully support the continued efforts for the tenant involvement. Well done.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, so I'll read the resolution again, moved by Councillor Plummer, seconded by Councillor Donald. Resolved that the 2017 annual report of the Board of Directors outlining the activities of the Manitowoc Housing Corporation and their future goals be approved as accepted. All in favor? Opposed? None carried. Item number 2. Moved by Councillor Donald, seconded by Councillor Plummer. Resolved that the audited financial statement of the Manitowoc Municipal Corporation for the year ended December 31st, 2017 be approved and accepted. Questions or comments? All in favor? Opposed? None carried. Item number 3, appointment of directors. Moved by Councillor Donald, seconded by Councillor Plummer. Resolved that the following persons be elected as directors of Manitowoc Municipal Housing Corporation to hold office until the next annual election of directors or until their successors are elected or appointed, subject to the provision of the Manitowoc Municipal Housing Corporation bylaw. Helen Williams, chairperson. Lisa Jump, vice chairperson. Donna Jazarin, director. Sheldon Plummer, director. Andy Major, directors. Questions or comments? All in favor? Opposed? None? Carried. Item number 6, closed session. There's none. Item number 7, business arising from closed session. There's none. And we move on to item number 8. Moved by Councillor Plummer, seconded by Councillor Donald. Resolved that the special meeting adjourned at the hour of 6:41 p.m. All in favor? Opposed? None? Carried. Thank you very much. So, if you'd like to change. Thank you. Good night.